So you can keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin, and you can put that on a plate and offer it to Devi. Keep that in front of the screen and offer it to Devi every time that you have darshan. You'll see how with this one simple gesture, how your relationship with Devi Parashakti just grows, your connection with Devi grows so much more with this one simple gesture. Now with this, we will be concluding this portion of the program and we'll be entering into the next segment where we will be understanding some of the revelations made by Devi Parashakti for humanity. As all of us know, Devi has been continuously guiding us and blessing us, has been answering every one of our prayers and healing us during this time. So Devi has revealed many sacred revelations in order to help us, in order to guide us, and in order to ensure that we are safe and protected at this time. One of the most important revelations that Devi Parashakti has revealed are about the 8 methods to protect yourself from COVID-19. So in this segment, we will be exploring each of these methods and understanding the benefits of each a little bit more deeply. But first, let us understand the compassion of the other avatar in the Guru Padaka Stotram, composed by Adi Shankaracharya. The very first verse describes how the Guru Padaka, the sacred feet of the Guru, is the boat that helps us cross the Ananta Samsara Samudra, the seemingly endless ocean of samsara or suffering. And in this verse, Adi Shankaracharya describes salutations to the sandals of my Guru, which is a boat which helps me cross the endless ocean of life, which endows me with the sense of devotion to my Guru, and by worship of which I attain the dominion of renunciation. Many of us have been feeling stuck in the same stormy and raging ocean, being unable to navigate ourselves and lost in the overwhelming vastness of the suffering that surrounds us during the Great Deluge. Our loved ones are dying due to the pandemic. Our homes are being destroyed due to natural disasters. Social institutions are crumbling, and the whole of humanity is in a desperate and dire need of hope. And the Cosmic Mother has come down to alleviate the suffering of humanity. It is at this time that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the incarnation of the cosmic superconsciousness, has having out of his love and compassion, having taken the spiritual responsibility for the superconscious breakthrough of the whole of humanity, is manifesting Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother, in guiding and healing the whole world, as literally the boat that sails us through the Salaya, the cosmic deluge. Devi Parashakti is herself manifesting through the Nijavatara and answering each of our prayers, granting boons, healing us, manifesting miracles, removing all of our pain and suffering. And Devi has not just attended to us individually, but also as a human at large. Devi Parashakti has guided the whole of humanity in the form of revelations of profound sacred secrets of Sanatana by showing us the future regarding global issues, the COVID pandemic, natural disasters such as fires, floods, and more, and even the twisted human conspiracies and underground wars which have not surfaced common knowledge as yet. And in this segment, we will be elaborating on the statistical, scientific, and scriptural references of each sacred revelation, which is manifested precisely as the same guidance emerged from Devi Parashakti, for us to imbibe deeply and to start following as Devi Parashakti continues to protect us until this storm ends and we are safely harbored at the shores of our consciousness. Now, let us listen to Devi Parashakti's revelation on the 8 methods to protect yourself from COVID-19, as all of us have been affected in one way or another, directly or indirectly, by this ongoing pandemic. This is on the mind of every human being. So let us understand what Devi Parashakti as a way to protect yourself from COVID-19.
Parashodasi Meenakshi, Parameshwari Meenakshi, Parashakti Meenakshi, இங்கு எழுந்து அருளினோம் எல்லோர்க்கும் ஞானமும் தன்மையும் தந்திட நன்மையெல்லாம் அளித்திட நாமே வந்தோம் இங்கு. கைலாசத்தின் சுவாமினியாய் பரமசிவன் கிரகத்திருந்து நம் அனுக்கிரகத்தினால் நித்யானந்தன் விக்கிரகமாய் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நல்லதை செய்திட நன்மையை சொல்லிட தர்மார்த்த காம மோக்ஷம் எனும் புருஷார்த்தங்கள் நாளும் பொங்கி மலர்ந்திட வந்தேன் இங்கு. மாந்தர்கள் கொடுந்தொற்று கொரோனா கண்டு அஞ்ச வேண்டாம். 8 வழியின் மூலமாகவும் எண்ணத்தில் தியானித்து என்னை பிரார்த்தித்தல் 1, சமூக வலைதளங்கள் மூலமாய் என்னை சரணடைதல் 2, எங்கெல்லாம் என் மகமாரி வடிவத்தில் நான் குடிகொண்டிருக்கின்றேனோ அங்கெல்லாம் பூமிதித்து என்னை வழிபடுவது 3, நெஞ்சில் மஞ்சள் தடவி வேப்பம் சாரருந்தி தினந்தோறும் என்னை தியானிப்பது 4, நிர்விகல்ப நிலையிருந்து நித்யானந்தத்தை நிறைத்து உயிர்வது 5, சிவ 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 எனும் பிரபஞ்ச பெரும் நாதத்தை அஜபா ஜபமாய் நிகழ்த்தல் 6, நிறைவான பூரண மனத்தோடு வாழைப்பழத்தோலும் வெங்காயமும் குதிகாலில் வைத்து பத்திட்டு நித்திரையில் அடங்குவது 7, பூரணமாய் பரிபூரணமாய் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் நினைப்பும் மறப்பும் அருந்த உணர்வு ஸ்மரணையில் அகம் அகம் என ஸ்புரிக்கும் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் ஆனந்த ஸ்புரணத்தில் இருப்பது 8 எனும் 8 முறையிலும் என எண்ணியோர் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் இல்லை கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் தாக்கமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் பயமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் மயக்கமும் வாழ்வீர்கள் வளத்தொடு நல் ஞானம் யோகத்தொடு நாமே நிம்மோடு நானே நீயாய் நீயே நானாய் நல்வாழ்வு வாழ்வீர்கள். எட்டில் ஒன்று செய்தாலும் கொரோனா உங்களை எட்டவிடாது
Yes, let us look at the revelations made by Devi Parashakti map. Oh, humans, don't be scared of the deadly infection corona. Through these 8 ways, praying and meditating on me, surrendering to me through social media, wherever I am residing, worshiping me by doing the fire walking, applying turmeric in the chest, drinking neem juice, and meditating on me every day, being in the unclutched state, filling with eternal bliss. Doing the Ajiva Ajiva of the cosmic sound, Shiva, 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 with complete mind, applying banana peel and going to sleep, being in the state beyond any remembrance or forgetting, in the Arunachala Spurana that blossoms as Aham, Aham, Ananda Spurana. Everyone who thinks on me through these 8 ways, they will not have effect of Corona. They don't have fear and delusion of Corona. You will live with prosperity, with wisdom and fortune. Me with you, you as me as you. You will live good life, even if you do one of these 8 ways. I will protect you. Corona will not reach you. Don't have fear, O people. Be blissful. Parashakti has revealed the 8 methods to protect all of humanity from COVID-19. We are now going to explore each of these methods and understand the benefits of each method revealed by Devi Parashakti. The first method revealed by Devi is praying and meditating on Devi Parashakti. So science has extensively studied meditation, and Healthline has listed out some of the science-based benefits of meditation, which includes reducing stress, controlling anxiety, promoting the emotional health, enhancing self-awareness, lengthening the attention span, and it may also reduce age-related memory loss. It can generate kindness. It may help fight addictions. It improves sleep. It helps control pain. It can decrease the blood pressure, and it is easily accessible anywhere. So a study conducted by the Cambridge University Press reiterates the necessity of meditation during times of crisis such as COVID-19. And research published in Everyday Health has shown how prayer and spirituality protects the emotional health by offering a bigger sense of purpose, by providing social support, by lifting the spirit, by helping you cope with the difficulties. And a September 2015 report published in Health Psychology found that when researchers followed 191 people with congestive heart failure for 5 years, they found that those who reported feeling spiritual peace and who also made some healthy lifestyle changes were significantly more likely to live longer than their peers. And people with major depressive disorder or chronic medical illnesses who report high levels of religiosity, which includes daily religious experiences generally become more optimistic than their peers. This was found in a study published in July 2015, Depression and Anxiety. So now, let us look at what the avatar has revealed as the benefits of meditation on our brain, the impact of meditation on our brain, directly demonstrated by
Nithyananda participates and encourages scientific researchers to derive evidences for meditation and healing through meditation. Dr. R. Murli Krishna, President, COO, Integris Mental Health and James L. Hall Jr., Center for Mind, Body and Spirit, Oklahoma in US, and his team invited Nithyananda to derive scientific evidences for meditation and the state of his enlightenment.
When Swamiji came, I have requested him to do one thing. I asked him, would you be willing to undergo some scientific investigation of the meditation process? He very cheerfully agreed without one complaint. He went for 3 repeat sessions for PET scanning and 3 repeat sessions for quantitative EEG sessions. And these are really easy tests to go through. It requires a lot of patience and a lot of willingness to do that. So we did that. Because if a meditation process is doing something to your brain, we should be able to detect that. Scientific findings are verifiable. They're replicable. You can replicate them, duplicate them. So Swamiji went through those sessions and we found some interesting findings.
In PET scan, they inject a radioactive dye which goes and sits in parts of the brain that are active. In the normal, non-meditative state, the brain is very active. And when we are seeing someone, the rear end of the brain, the visual cortex, is very active, as shown in the diagram.
Usually the brain is so active, there are 100 billion brain cells there. But what meditation does is something very interesting. It shows the frontal lobes getting more active. The frontal lobe is where you have judgment, wisdom, reasoning. Here are some of the brain scans I'm going to share with you. This is alert, non-meditative state. The second one is 30 minutes into 30 minutes meditation. Look at the frontal lobes, how they light it up. They light it up big time. 60 minutes of deep meditation, and here is a deep, deep level of meditation where it lights up significantly right there. Right in the middle, probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches deeper. What's interesting was, Swami was inside, and that's the last part of that one. See that light right here? So what's interesting was, I've never seen that before in my life, so the other parts I've seen may not be to the extent that Swamiji showed, but this is something interesting. There is something called dopamine, which is a chemical our brain is involved in. Dopamine is produced mostly in this area, and when you have any pleasurable feeling in your body, it is mediated through dopamine. It's a neuroreceptor. It's a chemical that transmits messages of pleasure. It basically evokes pleasure chemical. You eat the same thing is with visual pleasures you have. Beautiful people, beautiful sceneries, nature, whatever gives you pleasure. It's mediated through dopamine. Everything that human being experiences involves dopamine. But what's interesting is that you and I have the potential to create our own dopamine in a big way. So I named it, for lack of a word in the past, the D spot, which is the dopamine spot. If you can discover your D spot, you got it made in life. D really stands for divine spot. The D also stands for delight, and the dopamine spot. What's also interesting is that he could, at will, go in and out of those states. Those are some of the findings I want to share with you. There's so much more talk about physiology of mind and brain and the body. It's a fascinating field that this is something that all human beings can relate to, can apply in our own lives. not only a sophisticated knowledge, but these things have application in daily life for all of us.
Nithyananda's system of free healing, known as Nithya Spiritual Healing, has been baffling the medical world, curing diseases from migraine to cancer. Qualified people are also initiated to become healers. The complete report of the research conducted on Nithyananda's neurological system can be found in the book Mystic Phenomena, Scientific Data.
Now that we have understood the impacts of meditation on our brain, let us now look at prayer and how prayer can be stress buster as revealed by the 3-month book.
If you are not allowed to do yoga, made to believe early morning sleep is the best thing in your life, you are tortured, you are abused, your divine rights are violated. If you are constantly inspired to do yoga early morning, Brahma Muhurta time, and everyday puja, sit that 30-40 minutes and melt down by feeling connection. Understand? Nothing can be compared to prayer to bust your stress. I tell you, prayer is the best stress buster. Deep feeling connection and tears rolling in your eyes and melting down. Prayer to Paramashiva. Intense yearning, Vyakulata, talking to Paramashiva, relating to Paramashiva. Nothing can be compared to that to bust your stress. I tell you, everyday puja is an ultimate recharging experience. If you do everyday puja, the kind of the stress-free life you will live, your whole biological clock will be aligned to Kailasa. I tell you, I have seen the people who have the habit of Nitya Puja live long. Not just long, happy. In my whole life, it is Nitya Puja, Puja, that gave me all the best things of life. Everyday puja, relating with the deities is the best stress buster. Touch the deities, do decoration, dress up. Even now, my best time of the day is when I sit with my deities. When I sit with my deities, dress up the deities, jewel them, spend time with them, talk to them, intensely pray, deeply connect and pray. Understand? You do not know the power of Archavatara. God landing in physical deity form. Never underestimate the power of Archavatara. The Archavatara is equivalent to living avatara. What living avatar can do to you, an Archavatara can do. Atma Linga I am giving to all of you is literally living Archavatara. It's a piece of God. Literally.
Yes, let us look at the next method revealed by Devi Parashakti. Surrendering to me through social media. So you can connect with Devi Parashakti on all social media platforms in order to ask your prayers and be blessed by Devi Parashakti. So you can connect with Devi via YouTube. So you can visit Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel and go ahead and join as a member of the channel. And once you've done that, you can ask your questions in the live comment section during the live Parashakti Akashic reading. And you can also connect with Devi through Facebook. So you can like and follow Kailasa's SPH JGM Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook page. And again, you can ask your comments, your questions in the comment section of the live Parashakti Akashic reading on Facebook as well. And you can also follow Sri Nithyananda on Twitter and ask your questions in the reply section of the tweet with the hashtag #AskTheAvatar. You can also follow Sri Nithyananda on Instagram and ask your questions via Instagram and the comment section of the photo. And lastly, you can ask your questions via WhatsApp. So you can go to kailasa.org and you will see the WhatsApp chat box that pops up on the side, as you can see here, and you can ask your questions there to Devi Parashakti. And through each of these ways, you can receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti and be protected from COVID-19. So now let us watch a short clip of Devi Parashakti blessing people.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து பக்தியும் சிவபக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எழாற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
The next method revealed by Devi Parashakti. Worshipping me, Devi Parashakti, by doing the fire walking wherever I am residing. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has revealed that fire walking is an alchemy process. In the words of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself, our rishis and munis have been adepts and masters in every field, whether health or keeping the society safe. In every field, all the vratams, the pujas, the spiritual techniques, the religious rituals, anything they design is highly scientific and directly useful to the life. Coronavirus will not affect you at all because that fire walking time, the small blisters you get, just shoots up your whole immunity. That power, the power to protect yourself from any virus or any problem. It's actually a powerful technique. It's a very powerful technique followed in those days, especially during this season. Especially that is done very traditionally, systematically. If you had even small blisters, and even if you did not have any blisters, you are protected already from corona problem. You will not be affected at all. Corona will not work on you. It will not affect you, and you don't have to worry. It is a traditional way of making you immune. Actually, it's a traditional vaccination process. It's 11 feet length, the burning live charcoal on which you are supposed to walk with the traditional powerful music, which activates your lymph system, we call it in the back of the neck. This music will feel like it is hitting the back of your neck, and your whole detox system will be awakened. In that peak altered state of consciousness, you should walk on fire, not just like that, you will walk on fire. You will first awaken, trigger the detox system, and then walk on fire, the 11 feet fire pit. If you do for one fire walking, you are absolutely protected from corona. Pray to Mahamariamman and do the fire walking. That is it. It's like a traditional powerful vaccination. Pray to Parashakti Mahamari and do the Patipatiratam. Do this traditional fire walking and you are absolutely protected from coronavirus. No need to panic. The traditional vaccination, traditional, natural, organic, no bad side effect vaccination is the Hindu fire walking. So now let us understand the science behind fire walking.
All these transmutation processes means balancing the system and awakening the whole consciousness to your whole body is what I call transmutation processes. Some parts of your body becomes insensitive to the existence because of the job it is doing, like a feet. Because of the continuous walking, it becomes insensitive. Your cheeks, how they are sensitive, they don't become they lose sensitivity to the reality. But for the complete Kundalini awakening, your whole body needs to be alive and experiencing the reality and ability to experience the higher consciousness. That is the reason we have the process of fire walking.
Now that we have understood the science behind fire walking, let us look at what modern science has also understood about fire walking. But before that, let us watch the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself doing the fire walking in the sacred city of Tiruvannamalai, the birthplace of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself.
சத்தியம் காத்திடும் உத்தமத்தியே சத்குருவாய் வந்த நித்திய தாயே வணங்கிடும் ஆதியும் நீயே, ஜோதிமலையிலே அவதரித்தாயே. அவனியை பேணும் ஞானமும் நீயே, அக்னி வடிவிலே அருள் புரிந்தாயே. தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி. கருமங்களை கொன்றிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த, தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய். கர்மங்களை கொன்றிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த, தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய். தீயினிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி.
Yes. Now let us understand what modern science has understood about firewalking. According to a study conducted by the U.S. Study of Medicine, the National Institute of Health, regarding the various effects of and benefits of firewalking, it was found that firewalking actually increases the levels of happiness and lowers fatigue levels in people who participated in firewalking compared to those who did not. So now let us look at the next method revealed by Devi Parashakti: applying turmeric on your chest, drinking neem juice, and meditating on Devi Parashakti every day. So let us understand the benefits of neem juice as revealed by the Supreme Consciousness.
Bididi. It is not, I'm not talking from air, I'm talking from ground. In Bididi, before we came to that land, 30 borewells were dug, no water. Now, from the day we came till now, we have water for 10,000 people to live comfortably in that very land. It's only pouring, pouring Karumari's grace wherever we started ashram. Nature completely cooperates because we know biology, whole biology thinks. If you are having bitter relationships in your life, just start drinking bitter neem juice every morning. The problem will be solved. Understand, if you are irritated, even if you don't react, even if you don't talk to people, you release that kind of vibes. Take Haritaki. You will see you release sweet kind of vibes. Take neem juice. You release healing, compassionate vibes. A woman who applies neem powder and takes bath, who applies turmeric powder and takes bath, is equivalent to Karumari Mahamayi. That neem paste and turmeric powder, if a woman takes bath with that, she is equivalent to Mahamayi. She is embodiment of Karumari because she will be manifesting that same vibes of Karumari. I sincerely recommend people start doing all these activities like applying neem paste and taking bath, applying haritaki powder and taking bath, applying turmeric powder and taking bath, applying basma and taking bath, especially for men, basma, for women, neem paste and turmeric paste. All four can be used by both all genders. That is different. If you want specific, I'll recommend the neem and turmeric for female body, haritaki and basma for male body. Understand your whole biology things. Working biology changes the whole life. So, now with this understanding the whole biology things, think Mahavagya. This is Ajapa Japa. Think Mahavagya. With the understanding your whole biology thinks. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Blessings to all of you. Start manifesting powers. Now,
Now that we have understood the benefits of neem juice, let us look at the benefits of turmeric. Of course, traditionally, we all know that turmeric is very well known for its anti-inflammatory effects, but recently, in the last 2 decades, curcumin has also been shown to be a potent immunomodulator agent that can modulate the activation of T cells, B cells, macrophages, neutrophils, natural killer cells, dendritic cells, and more. And these are all immune cells, and curcumin can also downregulate the expression of various pro-inflammatory cytokines and chemokines. So this research conducted by the U.S. National Center for Biotechnology Information shows that turmeric can modulate the activation of various immune cells, as well as enhance the body's antibody response. And this strengthens your overall immune system. And with a strengthened immunity, you will be able to stay healthy much longer and be protected from COVID-19. And in India.com, it was reported that neem can also help you in fighting against coronavirus. And it was also reported that turmeric and neem are effective against coronavirus, according to a KGM News study. The next method revealed by Devi Parashakti is with complete mind, applying banana peel and onion in the heels and going to sleep. So this is a very simple process. You can just put an onion or a banana peel on the heel, as shown in the photo, and you can put a sock over it and go to sleep like this. And when you wake up, your whole body will be completely detoxified and you will be protected from coronavirus, as revealed by Devi Parashakti. And Medical Daily has also reported on the detoxifying effects of onion, and it states that amount of sulfur compounds, which not only give onion their recognizable smell, but are also powerful detoxifying agents with more than 100 sulfur-containing compounds, which are what cause the eyes to tear. Onion can help prevent and treat ailments from diabetes to heart disease. And this is why it's very well known in Ayurveda and traditional Hindu medicine, its medicinal purposes for the treatment of various diseases. And a review published in the Journal of Phytotherapy on the detoxifying effects of onion states that compounds from onion have been reported to have a wide range of health benefits, which includes properties antiplatelet activity, antithrombotic activity, anti-asthmatic, and antibiotic effect. So now let us look at the next method revealed by Devi Parashakti to protect yourself from COVID-19. Being in the unclutched state, filling with eternal bliss. So let us understand the science of unclutching as revealed by the Supreme Concept of Buddhism.
The brain is the organ which controls our whole physical being. Once our brain has been imbalanced, it will then transmit that imbalance throughout the whole body. Thought forms are pure energy that have the ability to influence people and everyday events in life. According to science, our brains generate an electromagnetic field which may be measured by such instruments as an encephalograph. This electromagnetic field is generated by the brain every time we think, and as our mind is never still, we may be compared to perpetual power generators. Fear produces nervous disorders. Anger produces headaches and violence. Confused thoughts produce congestion and ill health. Depression causes cancer, tumors, mental diseases, and lowering of the immune system, causing death through own willpower. Our thoughts generate intricate energy patterns which can be detected by sensitive equipment and seen by clairvoyant individuals. These energy patterns are known as thought forms. Surprisingly, thought forms are shaped by the thoughts themselves. Each of us creates hundreds of thought forms every hour and release them into the environment. Although we cannot see them, the thought forms have as real an existence as any other form of energy. Most people can sense others' thought forms, and a continuous energetic exchange happens between people, about which we are usually unaware. This also explains why we sometimes take a sudden liking or dislike to a certain person directly on meeting them. We just catch their vibes. Unclutching is a guide for equanimity and enlightenment. Thoughts are like bubbles in a fish tank. Just as bubbles in a fish tank rise from the bottom, our thoughts also rise in the same manner. When one bubble comes and reaches the surface of the water, the next bubble starts and the third bubble starts. Because the bubbles are rising at high speed, they look like a continuous stream. But our mind is not a continuous stream. There is always a gap between two thoughts. Like the bubbles, we also experience a neutral space between two thoughts. This neutral space between two thoughts is our original state, the pure silence. It is a state of pure consciousness, the state of God. Since the gap or the neutral space between two thoughts is too small, we think all thoughts are connected and form a shaft. But there is always a gap between two thoughts. In the forest of northern India, the hunters trap the birds using a trap. They tie a rope between two trees. The rope is the shaft that we create by connecting two thoughts. In the middle of the rope, they secure a wooden stick. The stick is our mind. The rope is tied at the midpoint of the stick. When a bird comes and sits on the stick, the bird's own weight turns the whole stick upside down. It turns topsy-turvy. The moment it turns upside down and loses its sense of balance, it feels totally shaken and tightens its grip on the stick. It simply holds onto the stick as if its life depends on it. Similarly, we connect thoughts and form a shaft out of it and live in the fear that if we drop our mind, we might be lost. We might lose our identity. Because it is hanging upside down, it thinks, if I unclutch from this stick, I will fall and die, is similar to the fear that if we start trusting that we are unconnected, unclutched, independent, and illogical thoughts, we might be lost. If the bird lets go and relaxes, it may flutter to balance for a moment or two. When it leaves the stick, maybe for a few seconds it will fall, but then it will adjust itself and start flying. In the same way, we hold on to whatever we think is our identity, our education, our mind, our life, our relationships, or our bank balance. Ultimately comes to remove the stick, that is, our identity. Just like the bird, we don't realize that if we drop our mind, at that moment we can become a Paramahamsa. That very moment we can be liberated. In Mundaka Upanishad, there is a story which explains there is a huge tall tree, and in the tallest branch of the tree, there is a golden bird sitting unclutched from everything in bliss, like Dakshinamurti. In the lower level branch, there is a small bird which jumps from here and there to various branches eating fruits. When it eats a bitter fruit, it feels bad. Whenever she eats the bitter fruit, she sees the bird which is looking above silently like Dakshinamurti and feels why I should not be like that bird. But unfortunately, when the same bird, when it eats tasty fruit, it forgets the bird sitting above it. In the same way, she keeps battling between branches, eating bitter and tasty fruits again and again. One day, as a small bird flies up higher, and as it reaches near the golden bird, it realized that he and she are the same. There is no difference between them both and realizes her original state. The small bird realizes that she also can be in the same state of the golden bird and become a Paramahamsa. This moment, trust yourself. Don't bother about losing your identity. Just trust go of your identity. You will immediately become a Paramahamsa and be liberated. All you need to do is to trust that you're unclutched. Dropping the conclusions you can't be transformed is unclutching.
Yes, now that we have understood the science of unclutching, you can take a few minutes in your day to practice beautiful science of unclutching. And you can, it's a very simple process. You can just sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line and have your eyes closed. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. Do not engage with any thoughts or emotions. Purely let the space of unclutching manifest inside of you and chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. You can also listen to the Mahavakya on YouTube. So you can spend any time in your day when you just have a few minutes, even 5 minutes is okay, just to experience this space of unclutching. And if you do take some time to do this, you can fill out your minutes for peace by visiting kailasa.tv/minutes for peace, which we will be seeing the link shortly. And you can fill out your minutes for peace and contribute to this global initiative. So now let us look at the next Devi Parashakti, doing the Ajaba Ajaba of the cosmic sound, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. And a study conducted by the U.S. National Library of Medicine on the benefits of chanting clearly establishes how doing the Ajaba Ajaba, the chanting, has a direct and positive impact on the physical and mental well-being as well. The study correlates the chanting of the Ajaba Ajaba, the vagus nerve stimulation, to the treatment for depression and epilepsy. So here you can see the rest of that study. And another study conducted by Dr. Masaru Emoto establishes how human intentions, words, and thoughts can molecular structural formation in water. This research clearly depicts how water, when exposed to positive sound vibrations, the molecular formation in the water becomes a very pleasant formation. Whereas when exposed to negative sound vibration, the water molecule becomes disfigured, distorted, and disintegrated. So in the next slide, we will be seeing the photos of water when exposed to positive sound vibration. Words like compassion, thank you, wisdom. You can see how the water forms this beautiful snowflake-like structure. Whereas when the water is exposed to negative sound vibration, like heavy metal music, or words like "I will kill you, you fool," the water molecule becomes completely disintegrated, disformed, disfigured, as you can see in the lower photos. So you can imagine what happens inside of your own body, which is composed of up to 60% water, when you chant the Ajabajba, the chanting of the sacred cosmic sound. So if you do practice unclutching or the Ajabajba, you can sign up your minutes for peace at kailasa.tv/minutes for peace. The link is projected here. And the Supreme Council of Hinduism has explained that if 10,000 people can do this just for 3 months, we can give such a powerful, super conscious breakthrough to the whole of humanity, because all of us are interconnected. We are not all islands. These are all fundamental truths. When you start unclutching, Kailasa starts experiencing the joy, the bliss of you unclutching. Nothing goes to waste in this cosmos. So you can go ahead and visit kailasa.tv and sign up your minutes for peace. Now let us look at the last method revealed by Devi Parashakti. Being in the state beyond any remembrance or forgetting, in the Arunachala Swarana that blossoms as Aham, Aham, in the Ananda Swarana. So just being the constant remembrance of the divine, neither having to actively remember nor forgetting, but just being in that constant state of oneness with the divine. When you are in this space, you will be completely protected from coronavirus. So each of these methods revealed by Devi Parashakti is independently powerful enough to protect you from COVID-19. You can practice any one of these methods and rest assured that you will be absolutely safe from COVID. Now, Devi Parashakti revealed that one of the earlier methods that Devi Parashakti revealed is praying and meditating. So the easiest way to do this is just offering your love and gratitude to Devi, offering your devotion to Devi Parashakti. And in this next segment, you will understand some of the ways you can offer your love to Devi through the offerings segment, which we will be entering into shortly. And recently, Bhagavan Sundareshwara revealed that an offering is when you even have the intention to make an offering, when you have the intention to offer your love or gratitude to the divine, it is only because of the grace of the divine, the grace of Swamiji that has happened in your life that you are even having this intention. And you are experiencing this intention because the divine Swamiji is ready to shower upon you, and having the intention to offer is just his grace for you to be blessed with all of the blessings that he is ready to shower upon you. So when you have this intention, you should celebrate it and enjoy the intense devotion that you are experiencing, which is just a gift from the divine. So now let us enter into this offering segment. And as you are preparing for this offering segment, you can take a few minutes now to go ahead and join as a member of Kailasa's SBH YouTube channel, SBH Nithyananda YouTube channel. So you can visit Kailasa's SBH Nithyananda YouTube, and you can go ahead and join as a member. The join button is right next to the subscribe button. Join as a member, and you can sign up to whichever level of e-Kailashan you would like to be. And once you join as a member, you will have access to various exclusive content, and you will also have the ability to ask your questions directly to Devi Parashakti, Bhagavan Sundareshwara, and to Swamiji during the live darshan in the comment section of the YouTube video, of the live video. So you can go ahead and join today And now let us enter into the offering segment.
Nithyananda, and welcome back to this segment where we'll be learning more about the traditional offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti today as we get ready to receive her darshan and blessings. And in the Hindu tradition, the custom of offering our gratitude, an expression of our gratitude and devotion, the token of gratitude and devotion to the divine, is a pure gift of love, devotion, and oneness. The sacred sentiments of the devotee for the divine. And when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. The offerings are not made out of fear or greed, but as a pure expression of the sacred sentiments of the devotee. And when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela laid out only for the purpose of enlightenment. And now, as we Parashakti receive the darshan and blessings of Devi Parashakti, let us look at this Dhyana Shloka which describes the beauty and splendor of Devi Parashakti. Let us contemplate on the form of Devi Parashakti. And this verse says, Indu nibhaveda karavahni nayanam syat pankajavara japakshara sarayuktam अंगहिमभूषण विचित्रवसनं स्यात् तुङ्गमकुटोज्ज्वल मनोन्मणि स्वरूपम्. And the translation of this verse, it says, moon-like face holding the Veda books on hand, fire in eyes with lotus flower facing in blessing hands, and one hand with japamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments in wonderful clothes and shining crown. Her name is Manonmani. And another verse from the Mula Agam, Manonmani Dhyana, which describes Devi Parashakti. This verse is, Dhyayet Devim Trinetram Shashinibhavadanam Vedahastam Dadhanam Savye Padmam Varadamapare Chabhayam Chakshamalam आभरणैर्विभूषितं ब्रह्माधिविपूजिता देवीमेव मनोन्मणिं प्रति. The translation is like moon and holding the Veda, lotus, and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. And in the Hindu tradition, the traditional offerings to the divine are made with the divine element of gold. Various rituals are performed with the divine element of gold. So let us look at the significance of this sacred element as described in the Atharva Veda, this verse which describes one of the many significance of the divine element of gold. And this verse says, Vedhajutam janmanedam Hiranyam Agnirekam Kiyatamam Babhuva Somasyaikyam Insitasya Parapatata Apamekam Veda Samreta Ahutatte Hiranyam Trividastvai Vishe. The translation of this verse, it says, strictly born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni, this one. It becomes dearest to Agni. One fell away from the Soma when it was hurt. One they call the seed of virtuous and powerful Apa, the watery molecules. Let that triple gold be for your long life. Gold is a divine element in the Hindu tradition. It purifies anything that it touches. It is an element of great spiritual significance and spiritual power of healing and enlightenment. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and in anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. Gold is present in all the scriptures, the Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, Puranas, and all the Hindu scriptures. It is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Ritual feasts were offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. Horses and cows were dressed in gold. Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called Hiranmaya, the river of gold in Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was called Hiranyamartini in Atharva Veda. Gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years and it lasts forever. And now, let us look at the various traditional offerings that you can make to Devi Parashakti on the website today. The site is www.kailasamela.com/savas. The first is the e-Hundi offerings, which are similar to the Hundi offerings in any temple in the Hindu tradition, where any amount, any token of gratitude of their choice, and you can make the e-Hundi offerings in multiple currencies and in any amount of your choice. And Devi is described as the one who is fond of true devotion. So let us look at this verse which describes Devi's love for true devotion. This verse says, Bhakti Priya Bhakti Gamya Bhakti Vashya Bhayapaha Shambhavi Sharadharadhya Sharvani Sharmadaini. The translation for this verse, it says Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes all fear. If there's any fear in the minds of the devotee, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. Here it is meant the autumn of our lives. When our thoughts turn more and more inwards, the role of the divine is known and understood clearly. The need for Devi worship then becomes stronger. Shambhavi is the consort of Shambhu, Lord Shiva. Sharadharadhya is the one who is worshipped by Devi Sharada, Devi Saraswati. Sharvani is the wife of Lord Shiva, and the Linga Purana says Lord Shiva is called Sharva in his earth form. Sharmadaini is Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. And today you can offer your gratitude, your token of love and devotion, the Kanika and the e-Hundi to Devi Parashakti by registering on the website www.kailasamela.com/savas, and you can make any offering of your choice, any amount, and in multiple currencies. So you can visit the website and make your e-Hundi offerings to Devi Parashakti as you get ready to receive her darshan and blessings. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Sankalpa chanting, which is the offering of the conscious resolution. And this verse from Devi Mahatman, chapter 10, verse 34, describes Sayaitan mohyate vishvam shaiva vishvam prasuyate saya chittaja vijanam tushtaruthin prayaschati. The translation of this verse, it says, the goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess being prayed without interest in anything gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. We make the offering of the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution, and be blessed with the fruition of all the desires and wishes that we well in God. We make the offering of the conscious resolution, the Sankalpa chanting, on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Sahasranama Swarnakasu. This is the offering of the pure gold coin inscribed with one of the 1008 sacred names of Devi Parashakti. Devi is described as Nama Parayana Prita in the Lalita Sahasranama. It means she who likes the repetition of her various names. In this offering of the Sahasranama Swarnakas, the pure gold coin, each coin inscribed with one of the 1008 sacred names of Devi Parashakti, is a very special and unique archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. So you can make this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas, and you can make this offering in 3 different denominations and any number of funds as you wish to. And when you make these offerings of the sacred names inscribed on the gold coins, each sacred name describing the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti herself, you're also blessed to imbibe these very same divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. So you can make this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Mukta Anguti, the gold finger ring embedded with pearl, and was adorned with garlands of pearls and gems. So let us look at this verse that describes the beauty of Devi Parashakti, decked in pearls and gems. This verse is Muktahara lasat kirita ruchiram punendu vaktra prabham Shinjannupura kinkini manidharam padma prabhabhasuram Sarvabhita palapradham girisutam vani rama sevitam Meenakshim pranatosmi santatamaham karunyavaram nidhim. The translation of this verse, it says, I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls and a face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of the lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddesses Vani and Rama. I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. And you can make this offering of the gold finger ring embedded with pearl, the Mukta Anguti, to Devi Parashakti, and receive her blessings to be showered by her pure love and compassion in all your business endeavors. So you can make this offering of the Mukta Anguti on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the gold lotus flower. And in the Kamikagama, it is described, one of the significance of the gold lotus is described in one of the verses. And this is one of the many spiritual significances of the gold lotus. So let us look at this verse from the Kamikagama. It says, अष्टविद्येश्वरोपेत कुम्भावरणसंयुतं सर्वे ससूत्रवस्त्राढ्या हेमपङ्कजभूषिताः सपिधनः सत्पुरजश्च पक्वबिल्वफलप्रभा स्नपनध्यायसंसिद्धा प्रमाणेन समन्विताः. The translation of this verse, it says all the kalashas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. And there are hundreds of spiritual references in the Hindu tradition So using the lotus in the worship of Paramashiva, almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involving the consecration of deities of worship or meditating on the mudras and asanas during worship involves the lotus flower, the lotus leaf, the lotus pericarp, the lotus petals. The lotus is a divine flower in the Hindu tradition. The Shakti of Paramashiva is also called a lotus. The base of the Paramashiva linga is a lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered a lotus, the one who is about to bloom. And you can offer the gold lotus in any of 3 different sizes and be blessed to have this 8 space bubbles and being of Devi Parashakti in your inner space amidst any and every adverse situations in life. And you can make this offering of the gold lotus on the website www.kailasamailer.com/save-us. And the next offering is the Swarnamati, the gold florin. And this verse from Saundharya Lahari describes the beauty and grace, splendor of Devi Parashakti's lotus feet. And this verse says, Nakadhiti Viti Sanchanna Namajjana Tamo Guna Padadvaya Prabhajala Paraha. The translation of this verse, it says, you whose brightness from the toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that the lotus flower too. And you can make the offering of the Swarnamati, the gold florin, to Devi Parashakti to adorn her sacred lotus feet and be in constant gratitude for receiving the blessings in even the most difficult aspects of life. You can make this offering of the Swarnamati on the website www.kailasamailer.com/save-us. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Swarna Mantika, the gold hairline jewelry. And Devi is described as Sudha Sharabhivarshini, she who makes the nectar flow in all her nerves in Sahasrara Chakra. That is she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. And the Swarna Mantika represents the nectar overflowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is freely open with the sacred sentiment of gratitude. You can make this offering of the Swarna Mantika to Devi Parashakti and receive the blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and the space of complete completion. You can make this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/save-us. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Prataksha Puja. And Devi is just the grace of Devi, and the illuminous splendor of Devi's story, the devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus in beauty. Tamoguna is the darkness which is indicative of the ignorance in the minds of the devotees. And by constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they attain the ultimate knowledge. So you can make the offering of the Pratiksha Puja, which is the traditional offering of the gratitude, the ritualistic offering of gratitude, one of the most sacred offerings of gratitude from disciple to guru. And you can make this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/save-us. And you're blessed with all the auspiciousness and blessings of Devi Parashakti and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, Jagadguru Mahasamidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Nijavatara of Devi Parashakti herself. You can make this offering of the Pratiksha Puja on the website www.kailasamailer.com/save-us. In the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Vastra Seva, the sacred cloth, which is the offering of gratitude for the continued presence, the continued protection and blessings of the divine in our lives. And you can make the offering of the Vastra Seva, the sacred cloth, on the website www.kailasamahila.com/sevas and be blessed with all the auspiciousness and blessings of Devi Parashakti and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagatguru Mahasamidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Make the offering of the e-Hindi, which can be offered in any amount and in multiple currencies. And yes, so this is the summary of all the various traditional offerings that can be made on the website. You can make the offering of the e-Hindi in any amount and in multiple currencies. And the Sankalpa chanting, the conscious resolution, you can make this offering also on the website. The Devi Sahasranama Swarnakasu, the pure gold coin, each coin inscribed with one of the 1008 sacred names of Devi Parashakti. You can make this offering in 3 different denominations and in any size, in any number of coins as you wish to offer. And the Mukta Anguti, the gold finger ring embedded with pearl, this offering can be made in 3 different sizes. The Swarna Padma Pushpa, the gold lotus flower, can also be offered in 3 different sizes. The Swarna Metti, the gold ring to adorn the sacred lotus feet of Devi Parashakti. You can make this offering also on the website. The Swarna Mamtika, the gold hairline jewelry representing the overflowing nectar of gratitude from the Sahasrara Chakra. You can make this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And you can also make the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the traditional offering of seva, the gratitude, the token of gratitude, the ritualistic offering of gratitude from disciple to guru. You can make this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And you can also make the offering of the Vastra Seva, the sacred cloth, Devi Parashakti, on the website. Where you can make all of these traditional offerings as you get ready for the darshan and blessings, as you get ready to celebrate Devi Parashakti happening in your life. So let's look at the website. So here is the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas, where you can make all of your traditional offerings to Devi Parashakti by clicking on the links on step 2 of the traditional ornaments and sevas and also the offerings of the e-Hindi by clicking on these links on step 2. And if you would like to make an intention to make an offering today, and if you would like to manifest, if you would like to receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti, to manifest your intention into reality, you can fill out the form on the link on step 1. And if you'd like to fill out the details, the Sankalpa details for yourself and your family members after making your traditional offerings of ornaments or sevas, you can fill out the form on step 3. So let us look at the link where you can make the offerings of the e-Hindi in multiple currencies. The offerings can be made in US dollars, Australian dollars, New Zealand dollars, Canadian dollars, euros, Indian rupees, Singaporean dollars, Malaysian ringgits, Great Britain pound, and the Chinese yen. And you can make this offering in any amount of your choice. And if you'd like to offer traditional ornaments and sevas to Devi Parashakti, you can make the offerings on this link where you can make the offering of the Sankalpa chanting, the conscious resolution, the Sahasranama Swarnakasu, which is the pure gold coin inscribed with one of the 1008 sacred names of Devi Parashakti, the Mukta Anguti, the gold fingering embedded with pearl, which you can offer in 3 different sizes, the Swarna Padma Pushpa. The gold lotus flower can also be offered in 3 different sizes, the Swarna Meti, which is the gold florin drawn on the sacred lotus feet of Devi Parashakti. The Swarna Mangalika, the gold hairline jewelry representing the overflowing nectar of gratitude from the Sahasrara Chakra. The Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the ritualistic offering of gratitude from the disciple of the Guru, and the Vastra Seva, the offering of the sacred cloth, and all of these offerings and traditional offerings to Devi Parashakti can be made on the website www.kailasamela.com/sevas. And with this, now we'll be moving to the next segments of this program, where we'll be learning more about the various facilities being made available for the well-being of humanity during these times of the pandemic through the various de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa and as guided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. So let us now learn more about the various contributions for the well-being of humanity by the various Kailasa de facto embassies and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Nithyanandam, everyone. So welcome back to this segment. With the blessings of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam blessings. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandana. Nithyanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Chadusham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam